Have you ever heard of manga called 20th Century Boys? This is one of my favorite manga made by Naoki Urasawa. In that manga, there's a distinctive monument called the Tower of the Sun that became a huge part of the story. This tower actually exists in real life and is located in Osaka. So in this video, I wanted to visit that while photographing some other things that I found during a cloudy day in Osaka. And here's how it goes. As usual, I started my day by walking to the station from Momodani, Osaka. And here, I used Kodak Vision 500D for my first film. So the Tower of the Sun is located at Expo 70 Commemorative Park, a very big park which was used for Japan's World Expo in 1970. And this monument was specially built for that mega event, and still well preserved until now. It was a 30-minute ride to that park, and I had to transit one time to continue using Osaka monorail. This is the way to continue to the monorail platform. Upon arriving at the station near the park, I was greeted by many of the tower's memorabilia. It is understandable, since in 2025, Japan will hold another World Expo exactly at the same location. Then I continued to walk towards the park. I like this photo. I was waiting for the monorail to pass that Ferris wheel and I got it right on time. So to enter the park, you have to pay around 260 yen. And that's the Tower of the Sun in person. I was so happy I finally visited this place. 20th Century Boys is an important work during my days of manga exploration. And this tower is a prominent symbol of the villain of the story. So of course I had to take photos of it. Multiple times. And please don't get bored of this photo because I took a lot of photos of this tower from various angles. I like this one. It's perfectly framed in the middle. So from a closer look, this monument is a little bit creepy, dystopian looking, but I can't help liking it more. It was designed by Taro Okamoto, an artist who focuses on paintings and sculpture. It has 3 faces. 2 at the front and 1 at the back. Here's another one, taken using a 28mm lens. After visiting the front of this monument, I continued to stroll around the park. And here's the third face on the back, a graphic of a sun with a face. From the back, it's kinda funny that it has a phallic shape. This is a building which has a lot of information about next year's Expo, alongside with the history of Expo 70. I didn't enter it because apparently you have to pay for it. I kinda like this photo from the side of the monument. It feels like a kaiju in comparison with the buildings under it. It's so majestic. And this is the last photo from Kodak Vision 500T. Time to change to another film, Fujifilm Across 100, a black and white film. So upon arriving at the park, I didn't know that we actually could enter the monument and there was some kind of installation and museum inside it, so of course I had to. But first, let me photograph this one once again with black and white film. I love it so much. It really fits the creepiness of this monument. It felt out of this world and mysterious. And here's the inside. Here, we can see earlier sketches from the monument. Before, it was only open for the public during the Expo, which was in 1970. But in 2018, which is recently, it permanently reopened for the public after being repaired. This golden mask is inspired by the many masks from various ancient tribes around the globe. It is also cool to watch the animation overlaid on top of the mask. Man, the music here is also creepy, yet so cool at the same time. This is the main installation of the tower. This humongous piece is called the Tree of Life. It tried to tell a story of evolution of every living being on Earth, which also shaped life on Earth itself. Unfortunately, this is the last stop before the camera is forbidden to be used, so I don't have any footage of the top of this monument. And here's another history and timeline of the Tower of the Sun being built. Inside, there is also a souvenir shop in case you want to buy the tower's memorabilia. And that's it. This is me saying goodbye to the Tower of the Sun. After this, I head straight to Namba area in Osaka to finish my role. It was not cloudy anymore, so it was really good weather to shoot some film. I like this photo. Just a last-minute decision when pressing the shutter, but turned out quite good. After that, I went back to my hotel to end my day. I didn't feel like exploring more, and I needed some rest after days of endless walking. And that's it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed my video, and please let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. As usual, if you like my video, don't forget to like it, and if you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe, and see you on my next video.